Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are playing some more WWE Supercard. Now, I want to go ahead and show you a couple of things that has happened. Now, I did go ahead and get the Jimmy Uso, and he is now in the team, so he is looking good. We're starting to level him up so that he'll look phenomenal. Now, the other thing that I went ahead and done is because I did go and get that Jimmy, I could have left Heath Slater as a non-pro, but I want to start looking at getting my team sort of set up a fair bit more. So I did go ahead and decide that I'm going to go and pro my Heath Slater. So I'm starting to level him up really, really well so that he'll look good in the very near future to go along with those WrestleMania cards. So that is really cool. But there is two other things that was going on, guys, while I was playing the Team Battleground. As you can see there, we have actually gone and got two new cards, a Hardened Universe and an Elite Table. Now, personally, I would have loved these to have been manager cards rather than anything else, but hey, they're not manager cards, so there's nothing I can do about it. But hey, that's neither here nor there because everyone don't really care. Now, the other thing that did happen as well, guys, is my fusion chamber did actually finish up, and I'm going to show you what happened. Now, I think it's a sign here, guys. I think they're trying to tell me that I need to go ahead and pro my Bo Dallas, because it did give me a third Bo Dallas right there, but we're not going to be proing him because he's pretty much already out of the team, because as my suspicions were correct when I was talking about it before, I can't even think of the name of it. The SummerSlam pros are pretty much exactly the same as a based Hardened. Now, considering that my Becky Lynch isn't fully leveled up yet, and she's only a teeny bit lower than the Carmella, who pretty much runs on the exact same stats, we can pretty much work out here, guys, that if we take a look on these stats, now, the Becky Lynch is going to get basically just say 100 points per stat for each one of these bonus, and she's going to get upgraded a further 2 times, right? So this is basically meaning that each one of her stats is going to go up by another 300 points at least, okay? So if we take a look at that basis, that means that Becky Lynch's power is going to be more than my pro. Her toughness is going to be a teeny bit lower than the pro. The speed is going to be more than the pro, and the charisma is going to be more than the pro. Hell, the charisma, well, just a little bit lower. It looks like it's going to be about 100 points lower than the pro, and then the toughness is actually going to be about 500. The speed is probably going to be about 500 points lower than the pro. So it does work out pretty much exactly the same. So there's no major point in me going and leveling up that Bo Dallas. Now, I do understand that he's a fusion card, so his stats are going to work out. I think the fusion stats work out 1,000 to 2,000 more than the base SummerSlams or the normal pro SummerSlam. So effectively having a fusion pro is effectively the same as having an event card of the tier. So it's not too bad, but then at the same time, the amount of time he's going to stay in the team, it's kind of not looking like it's going to be very long. Because as you guys know, the tweet that Supercard put out, I'm recording this on Sunday, so you're going to be seeing this later on Sunday, because I tend to record my videos first thing in the morning and then post them in the afternoon, rather than record them the day before and post them, because I kind of like people to know where things are standing when it happens, rather than Like, for example, me doing a video that I've done stuff yesterday, and then you watching it today, and then being like, well, King of the Ring has finished, or the RTG finished yesterday, so now we know that today we're going to be watching what you done on your final day. It's not really how I like to do it. I prefer to do things so that you kind of see where I'm at in the morning of the day that you watch what I do. So, for example, this is what I'm doing right now in the morning time. Like, I can show you right here. I'm actually recording, well, you can see it's a little bit later. I'm recording this at 11 a.m. on Sunday. So once I finish recording this, because I've been a bit late today, I'll finish recording this, I'll edit it all up, and then I'll probably post it around about 1-2 o'clock. So you're actually only seeing what I was doing, like, say, 3 hours before you've actually started watching it, which I think is actually a really cool thing, because you can kind of get the gist of, like, obviously what I'm doing when I'm doing it, rather than, say, me playing a load of, like, event games, like you can see here as well. Also, if I was actually pushing in this right now, you'd be able to see, oh, okay, well, a couple of hours ago, he had 3 points into Jey Uso, and we've just seen that, so probably tomorrow's video we'll see that he's been playing, and he might be up to, I don't know, say 200 points, because he might be playing all day. Now, I'm going to tell you this now, I'm probably not going to be grinding any more of the RTG, because I am grinding the money in the bank, and that's pretty much what I spent my time doing yesterday. I spent most of my time grinding money in the bank, except for when I went to a barbecue and I was hanging out with friends of an evening time. But I am doing really, really well in that money in the bank. Everything's on track, but I'm not going to show you where I'm at on that right now, because I've got a video planned on that probably in about 2 or 3 days. So do know that I am grinding the points really, really well, and I am getting some good stuff, but we're not ready to reveal what's going on here. But I am seeing that we are taking this okay-ish, I guess. Like, we're not doing too bad when we're actually fighting this at the moment. So if I, like, with leveling up those cards, like with proing the Heath Slater and then getting the Jimmy Uso and stuff, that has kind of upgraded my team a fair bit. So if it turns out to be that, like, obviously this team can win a few of the 3-pointer games, I might be tempted to maybe continue to grind the RTG and see if I can get that that Jey Uso, because obviously having another Ultimate card will really, really help us out. But that's going off a track. With the tweet that with Supercard put out, I'm kind of, I don't know if I will, but I'm hoping that that means tomorrow we're going to get the Platinum Pack. But I don't know if they're going to be looking into it, and that's why it's been delayed by like a couple of days. So maybe only people that did get the glitch with their pack are going to get the card pack. Or if they're just going to issue the card pack to everyone. I'm kind of hoping that they do just issue the pack to everyone, because then that means that tomorrow I'm going to go get myself another WrestleMania card and 2 Ultimate cards, along with the money in the bank reward that we've got right now. Now, to be honest, the reason why I've kind of stuck away from this money in the bank is because, Team Battleground, in this video, is because, to be honest, this one has been a little bit of a whitewash. We were against a fairly easy team that didn't charge up their cards, so we've kind of demolished them. I think they have started to play a little bit today and get the points. Like, as you can see there, we did get demolished by this guy, so we're not going to be looking at playing any more of the King of the... I'm getting so confused with all of my names today, guys. The RTGs. But the Team Battleground. Let's go over and show you what's going on in the Team Battleground. So let's go click this. You can see here that we have almost 11,000 points and they only have 3,000, but to the extreme of, like, I believe it was like their first 4 people didn't even charge their cards. So we had a really, really easy run when it comes to obviously fighting the team. Like, look at that, first 5 people didn't even charge their cards. I'm pretty sure this guy did, yep. But then again, like, look at that, another guy didn't charge his cards. So we've literally got 1 guy so far that has charged his cards, no one else. Okay, 2 people have charged their cards, and then 1 has kind of half charged their cards. So you can see that this was pretty much a complete and utter whitewash. I did receive a horrendous team again, a really, really bad team for me because they're all like hardened except for like 2, which 1 is an elite. 2's elites and 1 is an ultimate, so that was really, really bad, but we did pull this out of the bag. So the good thing about that is with this money, with this Battleground, this means that we are going to be getting these rewards, which is a guaranteed male WrestleMania 33, and then 2 superstars of elite to ultimate caliber. So after this money in the bank, after this Team Battleground, I should say, we are guaranteed 2 elite cards and a WrestleMania 33 card. Hopefully we're going to get an ultimate card in there instead of elite cards, but we can't guarantee it. Also, because it says superstar, that should mean that we are still able to get females from this as well. So it would be really nice to go and get myself a pro female, which would be really, really good, or even an up arrow ultimate female would be amazing. But we're going to finish this off with one of these battles in here, guys, because to be honest, these like these ranked match things, I actually really, really enjoy playing these, because you can kind of set your team up really nicely to give you a good advantage of winning most of the games. But on top of that, you pretty much get 5 picks for every single time that you do win these games, and they can really add up quite a lot. So one really helpful tip that I will give you is if you are trying to get your Team Battlegrounds matches built up, like your energy to energize your cards for the Battleground, then you do want to go ahead and fight these 3 fights, because normally by the time you finish the first 3 fights you will have a 4th one, so you're basically going to get 20 picks off of the board really quickly, because look at how easy it is to like just quickly go in and win these fights. Like, this is already won, so this is a lot easier to obviously win a match in this zone than it is to like win the fights in the wild mode, or if you're doing like RTGs or whatever, because they take a lot longer. Or in wild mode obviously it's just as quick, but you get less picks. So you can see there, set your team up with sort of lower level cards and you'll go ahead and get the picks a lot quicker, because you don't need to go ahead and put all your best cards in. Just make sure you've got a set of cards that are going to win the game. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please show some support. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.